Hi, greetings Yashema.
Greetings.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
You know, it's a pleasure having you here in the studio.
It's a pleasure to be here.
I want to say thank you going out to Shannon, so that he's actually filming us at this moment in time. Okay, now Yashima, before we talk about your album, right, Yashima McLeod Awakening, hard copy is available. Can you sing something for us before we go into talking about your album?
Okay. I gave you all my love, but you took it all away. How could you hurt me this way? I gave you all my love, but you took it all away. How could you hurt me this way?
Thank you very much. I gotta give you a round of applause on that one. Thank you very much for taking, a busy time out of your schedule, because I know that you're very, very busy and you've got an interview straight after this one. Now, so I'm going to ask you about your album called Awakening, and the first track on the album is called Digging on Me. Can you tell us a bit about that track?
Yeah, so that track basically was recorded over 7 years ago now, and basically it was the track that made everybody know who Yashima was. So that was the very first song I did as a promo, and I went to record it, and that's how everybody got to know who Yashima was. And
Wow.
when I started my music career,
7 years ago.
was recorded. Yeah.
It's funny, I was going to ask you, when did you start your music career? And you've actually answered it all in one.
Well, that was 9 years ago, but this track was released 7 years ago.
Oh, so you first started 9 years ago,
Yes.
and the track what we're talking about was done 7 years ago.
Yes.
Oh wow!
It was released 7 years ago.
Wow, fantastic! 9 years.
Mm.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now we've got another track here called "Gave You All My Love."
Yes.
Tell us, was it that you were just singing a while ago?
It was that song I was just singing.
Oh wow! So how did you come about that song?
I was just writing from a personal place, and yeah, I just sang and put all my emotion in the song. I wrote that song, and yeah.
Okay, now I'm Just a Girl.
Yes.
You've got to tell us about that particular track, I'm Just a Girl.
I'm Just a Girl was originally a promo track, and I obviously did a dub plate for yourself.
Thank you.
And basically it went well as a promo, and obviously the discussions between my manager Maurice Stingray and obviously Dilly, Big House Studio Stingray, we all had a discussion, and we had a discussion with Bobby Digital before he passed away, and it was agreed to put this song on the album to be released.
Wow.
Yes.
And if Bobby Digital would say endorsed it, then it's got to be the one, in it.
Definitely.
It's gotta be the
Definitely.
one. And obviously we know that Dilly, used to engineer for Bobby Digital.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that is a great achievement. Now we're going to go on to track number 4, Zion.
Zion.
Wow. I remember when I got the album as a promo,
Yes.
and I was there in my studio and I was just playing the album, and when the Zion come on, I don't know, I just went bam, and then that was it. It went straight onto social media network, the Facebook, and I just slapped it out there, and the amount of response that I've got for Zion. Can you tell us about that particular track? And how did you feel when you saw it was tagged to you?
Obviously you seen the comment, like I was like, ooh, a bit too quick, but with the response, it was a great response, and to be honest, it's one of my favourite songs on their album. There's many songs on there that I love, to be honest, for different reasons, but it's one of my favourites. And that song come about, my manager, Morris Judah, Stingray. If you didn't know, he's a songwriter as well, so he
Wow.
wrote that song.
Wow, Morris Judas. Wow,
Yeah.
the songwriter.
Yes,
I want to congratulate him on that. He's giving you some wonderful lyrics there.
definitely.
And you've definitely got the voice.
Thank you.
Definitely got the voice. As I saw something that went up the other day from Zojak
Yes.
Distributing Company.
Yes.
And what was the remark that he said about your voice?
Refreshing.
Refreshing. And to have a refreshing voice
Yes.
that is now coming into the industry,
Yes.
that is fantastic. So I want to say thank you again for that one as well, yeah?
It's an honor.
It's a pleasure. Now we're going to go to another track called What If.
Yes.
Now, what if, what is that track really concerned about?
Well, I wrote that song also, and basically it was coming from a personal place, and basically the song's just about self-reflecting, and I was basically asking myself the question, had I picked path A or path B, where would my life be, basically?
Okay.
So it's a song for you to really listen to and to self-reflect.
Wow. Self-reflect.
Mm.
I love that energy. I do. Now, prophecy.
Yes.
Well, being in the business for so long,
Mm-hmm.
you know, prophecy has been around, and hearing your version is like it's actually woken up prophecy once again, and the mix that has actually gone behind it
Yes.
from Stingray Recording Studio.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about it.
Again, this was a promotional track. I believe it was back in 2017, a promotional track.
Mm-hmm.
And again, yourself, plus a few others, had it on a dub plate. And obviously, my manager sent it to the team, Dilly. And yourself sent it to, I believe Saxon Sound was involved.
Yes,
And we
that's
all had
Mosled. Yes, yes, Lloyd Saxon,
Yeah.
a good friend of ours, I should say.
And the discussion was the song needs to be relicked. Shima needs to sing the new version.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the discussions about the album, it was definitely a song that was discussed would be for the album.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I'd recorded that song last year April.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the mix, it's crazy.
It is.
It's crazy.
It is. You know, you've actually done the song justice.
Thank you.
You've actually done the song justice.
Thank you.
And I say thank you going to Dilly as well. They call him the Great as an engineer. Okay, now we're going to move on to track number 7, Ooh La La.
Yes.
When I first heard that track, right, and I heard the rhythm behind it, it reminded me of, you know, those great lovers rock days. Right, you know, as a sound man that's been in the business for quite some time and played a lot of versions of Ooh La La.
Mm-hmm.
And to hear your Ooh La La is refreshing to the air. It's like it's relived it. It's like it's brought it back again.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired you to really pick a track like that and sing it?
Again, bigging up to my manager, Morris Judah.
Respect.
Basically, Norris Man was already on the rhythm, and he's already got an album on the road, and there's other artists working on the rhythm. And Morris spoke to Dilly and asked if anyone's done the original, like Ooh La La.
Right.
And Dilly said no. So he says, why not let Shima do it? And I recorded this track a week before lockdown.
Whoa.
So had I not recorded it, it may not have made the album. But all in good time.
Yeah, they have a saying that nothing's never done before the time.
Definitely.
Definitely. Now, there's another track that I personally have been featuring,
Yes.
and quite a few DJs as well, right? Because I'm not the only one,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And it's called Revelation Time.
Yes.
And to what is happening around the world right now, this track, like, it came out exactly at the right time. Was it because of what's happening around you now that made you do the track, or was it just that you decided to just say, you know what, I need to do something from what we would call, you know, the good book?
Again, Maurice Judah wrote this song.
Oh God! Congratulations!
We work as a team, as you know, so he'll give me a slight melody, and any ideas that he has, I seem to implement it, and it sounds exactly like what he wants or what he's hearing in his head.
Right.
And he wrote that song, and again, it was just about what's going on now, the signs at the time, and basically just reality, everything what's going on. And the lyrics are powerful, the song's a powerful song, and it definitely is right for the time.
It is very, very powerful. I've got to admit that. And I want to say congratulations going out to your father, also your manager, you know, the songwriter. And it so happens that you have the voice
Yes.
to complement the lyrics, and also you have a melody within that voice. And believe it or not, your voice is so powerful. Just before we done the interview, when we done the first take on the interview, and you sang it hit the meter into the red, where a lot of people have says that you have a voice that is so powerful that it can break glass. And when I hear the public that say something like that, especially to I as a DJ, and they say it to their friends, it reminds us as an authentic artist that was around with us back in the day, goes by the name of Etta James. Yeah, then they says that you've got such a powerful voice. It's just like that. So I want to say congratulations on that as well. Now we're going to move on with a song called Together, featuring Tenor Star.
Yes.
Tell us about that track.
That track was released 4 years ago before it went on the album, and it was a case of we were in the studio, I was a bit tired, and I was singing part of the song, and from what I remember, Dilly was sitting there and he's on his phone, and his partner was texting him, and he had an idea. And says, Tenor, I want you to sing this back to Shema. Again, Maurice wrote the song.
You're lucky.
He had an idea, and he says, Tenor, I want you to sing this back to Shema. And the vibe was right, and the song came out as it did, and we obviously made history because it's a first for Dilly. He released the song the next day, and that's a first for Dilly. He released the song the next day, and till this day, people love the song.
Yes.
And it had to make the album.
Yes, because it's been popularly played,
yes,
and a lot of people are talking about the song. Have you done any specials on that song? Or has anybody asked you to do a special together with you and Tenor Star in combination?
Not as yet, but I do believe we'll get people asking soon.
Oh well, since I'll be the first. Now we're gonna go on to another song off the album, track number 10, and it's called Hallelujah.
Yes.
That is another track that I've been playing before the album released, but now when I got the album, I'm hearing a different mix, with slightly different, and it's just like, wow,
it's reborn again.
Yes. So tell us about Hallelujah.
Again, Maurice wrote the song, and when I did that song, that was a good few years ago now as well. It was recorded a good few years ago, and it's a thing what Dilly does. So you'll have a single mix and you'll have an album version. So same for Revelation Time. Even for Together, there was different mixes when they were released as singles, but the mixes on the album is slightly different. And that was recorded a good few years ago now. And again, it's a spiritual song.
Yeah, definitely. Now we're going to get to the final track of the album.
Yes.
And it's called Heavens Declare. Now tell us about Heavens Declare.
Again, Maurice wrote the song, And again, when he gives me the lyrics and we sit down and we work through a melody, I, obviously implement whatever he's hearing in his head, and we just seem to make it work. And the song's a great song. And again, I've been getting a great response from that song, and that song was recorded a few years ago as well, but I'm getting a great response from that song. I did a show a few years ago, and it was in another city. It was Bedford, and the response was crazy. And I was like, okay,
Wow.
they'd forward into this song, so it's another beautiful song.
Yeah, I want to say thank you very much. Now, where can they get their copy of your album?
All digital downloading sites, so you can go to Zoljack Worldwide, stingrayrecords.net. You can go to iTunes. You can stream through Spotify, Deezer. Just type my name into Google, YASHEMA MCLEOD, and you can put Awakening, and it will come up with all the sites that you can go and purchase the album from. If you would like a hard copy, then you need to contact myself or my manager through Facebook, and we can arrange that for you.
Wow, fantastic. Now, what about dub plates? If sound systems would like to get some specials, how can they get in contact with you on that?
They can either find me on Facebook, and I'll direct them to my manager, Maurice Judah. If they find him on Facebook before me, then we'll just sort out. There's a number that they need to contact. If you just inbox me, I can forward that number to you, and my manager will deal with all those.
Oh, thank you very, very much. Now, before you go, there's another thing that I want to ask you. Right, we're going to take it back now. When I visit social media, and I've seen you coming out of a limousine.
Oh, yes.
Right. And all of a sudden, I've seen you standing up with a plaque.
Yes.
Right. And I think that was somewhere in Florida.
No, LA.
Was that LA?
Yeah.
Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Wow. What was you doing in Los Angeles, and what was that plaque for?
This was back in 2016, and it was basically a song that I recorded for Heavy Beat Records, and it was Nikisha Lindo's first production. It was a song called Oh Me Oh My on the Progressive Love Rhythm, and I won an award for the best reggae song 2016. So I've flown out to pick up my award.
Wow, congratulations. How did you feel, knowing that, you've just started, and, LA has called you, Los Angeles has called you for you to go and pick up an award. What was your actual feeling like?
It was electrifying, overwhelmed. It was shocking. But it was an enjoyable experience, I must say. It was enjoyable for my first time to the States. So.
Okay, fantastic. I've got to congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
Well. Now, what is your greatest moments that you can remember as doing stage shows here in the UK, especially in your hometown?
There's a few great moments. So the very first one was when I went on tour. I went on tour with some of the legends. So Freddie McGregor, Johnny Osborne, Christopher Martin, Romain Virgo, and Terry Linen. And I got to go to Manchester Academy here in Birmingham. And then I went to Apollo Hammersmith.
Wow.
So that was an amazing experience. And then I've also John Holt was here in 2013. So I was supporting act for John Holt. God rest his soul. So I was glad I got that opportunity. And then of recent, which was 2018, I was supporting Beres Hammond and Sanchez at the O2 Academy.
Wow. When you're talking about supporting, there's support and there's opening a show. So was it just the support, or did you have to open the show?
I opened the show.
That's
I opened the show.
Now, listening to you at this moment in time, you're not just known in England, you're internationally known. And to know that you got an award from Los Angeles before you even got one from the UK, that alone is an achievement.
It is.
That is a big, big achievement. And I want to congratulate you on that one as well.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, before you go, is there anything that you'd like to say to your fans out there, your audience?
I would just like to say thank you for those that have been supporting me from day one on my journey. I really appreciate you guys. Continue to follow me, support me. Yashema's got so much more coming. And for all my new followers and new fans, just continue to follow Yashema. So much more for you coming soon. So just continue to support me. I appreciate you all.
Thank you very, very much. And Yashema, before you go, can you sing an outro?
Ooh. Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. I hear rumors about you every day. I hear somebody say you better leave and go away. Ooh,
Wow, thank you very much, Yashema. I'm going to do something, and I hope that your manager, your father, will take the invitation. Right? So I would like the songwriter and your manager, your father, to grace the chair, please. This is something that Morris don't normally do, and normally he would have just says no. So I want to say thank you very much for accepting the invitation, Morris. Right? And you are Yashema's manager.
Yeah, that's correct.
And also songwriter.
That is correct.
Now, Yashema is your daughter.
That is correct also.
When did you actually find out that she could be what she is now?
To be honest, I tell you the truth, it was her mom friend who died, and Shema sang at the funeral, and I wasn't there when I went to the afterwards, but not at the early part in the church. And what happened is that quite a few people phoning me and said, how come you haven't recorded your daughter? And she got such a lovely voice. And I won't take it away from, because Tenor Star did phone me. Because Tenor Star, as you know, is one of them that I was producing so many years. And Clear Angel. So he phoned me. Also Clear Angel phoned me and said, how come you haven't recorded your daughter Yashema? And I says, well, I don't know that she sings. And they said she sings wicked. I says, well, she's never come to me. I don't know. You understand? So I said to them, okay, how would you put her on what, you know? And Tenor said to me, no, it's like similar to like Etana. And I said, I don't know. So anyway, to move it forward, what happened? I called her, and then I says, I want to see you because I heard that you. So she came and checked me, and then what it was there when she came and checked me, I says, I hear that you can sing. So what have you got that I can listen? Have you got anything you done? And she bought a little recording from some studio locally. But it wasn't that what I wanted to hear. So I says, okay, hear this. I normally have tracks, like just rhythm tracks, and I had you see, I'm just a girl, what do you call Digging on You. Digging on You was a different rhythm that we had. And I gave her the rhythm. I said to her, don't worry about writing anything, because I know sometimes writing, just put a cover version on it. And I was so surprised she come back in so quick. I would have said within a day or two. And I thought, wow, that was quick. And when I listened it, I says, wow, to myself. I was amazed.
Wow.
I was amazed. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call the rest of the team. And I called Dilly. And I called Raymond. I said, guess what? We have a star amongst the family here who can sing.
Wow.
So they said to me, who's that? I said, Shema. They go, Shema? I said, yes. They said, no, all the years we say Shema though. I said, yes. And they said, Dilly said, let me hear what she can do. I said, all right, we booked the studio and we run come in. And so I said, Shema, we're going to London. We're going to record Digging on You. And so I said, me, her, and Tenor Star, because Tenor Star was doing his projects with me.
Right.
So we flew to London. Get in the booth there. Dilly said, all right, get in. We hear what you do. When he got in there, he was amazed.
Wow.
He was amazed. He was amazed. And then as that done, she done it so quick, we was all amazed. So he gave her another track, which was, what was the track I called? Dreams.
Yes.
The track was Dreams. And then she just found a melody and started singing some lyrics. And Dilly said, wow. And she carried on. She got the chorus, verse. Come to the bridge and they go. And Dilly said, hold it there. I don't want you to rush it. But what we take there, we're going to keep that. We're not going to take it. We're going to keep, because that is so beautiful. We're not going to elite. We're going to keep that.
Right.
But just go home and then just think about the last little part and we'll just put it together, come back, put it together. And that's a lovely song, Dreams. A lot of people don't realize because it doesn't play, but Dreams is a big tune.
Wow, it is.
Big tune,
it is.
Dreams.
Definitely.
Because it's showing people, yeah, I know in life, not everything goes your way, but sometimes you have to have vision. Because without no vision, you will, perish.
Definitely.
So she had vision, and it's a good thing she's following her dream, which is her vision. You understand me?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And I want to say, thank you for Clear Angel, right? And thank you for Tenor Star, highlighting your daughter's talent.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I want to say thank you very much. And when you're talking about superstar from the family, now who's the other superstar in your family?
Well, we got quite a few, We got the legendary Freddie McGregor, my brethren. Me and Freddie are par from, some people think it's just the other day. We've been parring from early 80s, me and Freddie. Yeah. Cause me, Freddie, Dennis, Bob, quite a few of us, even Bujo, all of us is in the organization called the 12 Chapter of Israel.
Right.
So we all used to meet before, long time. Each we meet at meeting, dance, where we'll socialize normally. But I knew Freddie from so long, not knowing he even was my family. I only knew him from the organization, and we are par from a long time. It's when my daddy, my father, mother dropped out, and he went to the funeral, and he met Freddie's father. Cause my father come to England a long time, so him left Clarendon from him 15.
Okay.
You understand? So when him left so early, I know everybody has family, cause big family, and some family no mix with some family, and him left and gone at Spanish Town and Old Harbour. So him never, so my cousin them never know.
Okay.
So it's only when he's burying his mother, him book up Freddie father. And his Freddie father tell him say him have a talented son whose name is Freddie McGregor.
Wow.
And that's when he come back to me and I tell me, I say, how long I know him? Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
No, that's history. No, a lot of people will look and say, well, Yashima's from a background of all these superstars, so she must have born with a gold spoon in her mouth. Was it that easy
No.
for your daughter?
No, may I tell you that? No.
So
She has to go through everything like any.
what did she have to go through?
She go through the mill of everything. Reject and just say no, that song not right. You gotta do it this way. She have to wait and I sang them for. You understand? Not like say we treat her like say she's favorite, so she just can put anything together and it's accepted. She have to make sure
It was nothing like that.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Nothing
You know
like
what I
that.
mean? No, she had it hard. Just like any other, you have it hard.
Okay.
You understand me?
Now, as you're a songwriter, not only just write songs for Yashima, because obviously you've been writing songs for Tenor Star before Yashima came to light.
Yeah.
How do you, what's your vision?
Okay.
Right. Well, your vision and your confidence in Yashima's voice.
Yeah. You see, being around the music so long and around family members, because there's more than one. I've written for Era Bannick too, it's our family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bannick, big up.
Era Bannick is our family. The Dark is Natural, who sing Natural Woman, is our family as well. There's quite a few members of family, but being around the music as a Stingray member, joining it from 1992, me and Raymond and Dilly putting this thing together. As you go along with any craft or any profession you're doing, as you go along, you learn, So you get more confident in what you're doing, you learn more. And I'm a man because I read a lot and read the Bible. And plus I used to be around, like I say, around a lot of 12 tribe members and around like Dennis, around Freddie. If you listen to a lot of Dennis song them and Freddie them, two type of way they do it. One is cover songs, that get no, and the other is biblical songs. Now, as a biblical person, that make it easy for me because I'm a person who read a lot of scripture. So when I hear a rhythm coming from the same kind of school like Bob, them because they're biblical. If you listen to a lot of Bob's song, is the lyrics either from His Majesty until the philosophy. That was His Majesty write that.
Yes.
Or a lot of the songs anyway the roots bridging them and sistering them right was either from Marcus Garvey or from His Majesty. So coming from that background, I've already was one of those sort of learned students. So what I thought then, just like them, is to implement it into, when I hear a rhythm, to implement the lyrics in the rhythm. So what I would do now, I will hear the rhythm, and what I tend to do is follow the flow of the rhythm. So the melody can follow the flow. I'm not no singer, but follow the flow. So when I'm getting the lyrics together, I'm flowing with the rhythm. And then I will call the one who has the voice and say,
okay.
I just hum it from the phone and say, flow. I'm not no singer, but this is the idea. This is the lyrics. And that's how it comes out.
That's how it came out.
Yes.
When did you actually felt confident within yourself, right? The reason why I asked that question, when I first heard of Yashima doing songs, I heard that she was going to do an EP, right? Which an EP consists of 4 to 5 tracks.
Real.
Right, and then all of a sudden we've seen an album, right? So when did you find that confidence to say, well, you know what, go straight for an album?
Okay. It was, we discussed this about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, because we work with various artists. So daily we look at each artist when to put their project in place. So it discussed this 4 years ago about putting Shema project. He says, okay, we're going to deal with Sandra Cross project first, album. Then we're going to deal with Tenor Star project. And then Yashema. And you have another bridging jar device and some more. But as the time going by, I've seen Sandra had hers out. Tenor Star had his out about 2 years. So we're saying it's about time now Shema get hers out.
Okay.
So this is why I know we say the time is moving. So it's time to put things together. You know what I mean? And that's why Dilly come to the decision now to put various tracks together, old and new.
Wow. And that's the birth of the album.
And that's the birth of the album.
The Awakening.
I'm telling you.
Your daughter, Yashema McLeod.
And it was Shema came with the title.
Wow. I want to say thank you
She
very much.
came with that, yeah.
Well, we're reaching the closing part of the interview, and what is it you would like to say to all those who support Stingray and support your daughter and support Yashema McLeod as an artist and a Stingray production?
Oh God, too much love, you know, well appreciated from all the fans all over the world. It's such a beautiful thing for you to support, and we hope and pray that you continue to support us, you know, because we win so much award through you fans, and we love the support all over the years, and we give really much thanks and hope that you continue to support us.
Wow. And before you go, there's a next one. As a distributor, remember, we're talking about a distribution services now, where Zojak Records is the distribution service for Stingray production, and seeing the writing, right, of brand new, refreshing voice to the industry, how did that impact on you?
Wow, words hardly can express the feeling, you know, but words will express the feeling. It's beautiful, you know, when you hear Zojak say, you know, on a promotional base, saying, you know, such a refreshing voice and production. They talk, the production is a great production. This is their word, masterpiece.
Wow.
When you listen to the word, they say masterpiece and a refreshing voice. You know, you know, you have to go and get a copy.
Definitely.
Yeah, just go and get a copy and you see for yourself. You know, awakening. You know, make sure you get a copy.
Make sure.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, you hear that masterpiece and that refreshing voice. You know what I mean?
Masterpiece.
Yeah.
And a refreshing voice.
Just go and get a piece. Because it's well up. Even the birds are sing.
Yes, definitely. I want to say thank you very much, Mr. Morris Stingray Judah, because I know you do not.
No, I don't.
I know you don't.
No.
And I was nervous. When I was asking, I was nervous because I know you're a person that sticks
to the background.
And when you say no, there's no moving you.
That is correct.
Right? And it's honor and respect for you to actually take the chair so that I can talk to the manager of Yashema.
Yeah, well, we give thanks. Because anything to enhance our career and help our career. And, you know, anything, I go out my way. So anything to help boost it, I'm always there.
Okay, so before you leave, how the contacts if they want to voice specials or any other studios that would like your artist voice.
Again, as Yashema said earlier on, can go on Facebook and just inbox us number, and I will give you what number to call us. marisjudah@gmail.com. That's my email. And you have Yashema McLeod Facebook. You just go on Google and type in. You see anything on Stingray. The Stingray just come up. So just contact Stingray Records so you can, you know.
Hold on. This can come off.
Yeah, man. Merchandise.
I'm very proud to wear. I'm very, very proud to wear a Stingray T-shirt.
Yeah.
I am very, very proud.
Yes.
Thank you very much. What I'd like to do now, we're going to close it, and I want to say thank you very much going out to Shannon, Breakthrough TV.
Yeah.
Big up
thanks.
yourself and maximum respect again, yeah?
Give thanks.
Thank you.
Give thanks.
Ooh la la la, it's the way that you feel when you know it's real. Ooh la la la, it's the warm inside when you're satisfied. Ooh la la la, it's the dream that won't last forever. Ooh la la la, let's stay together. You know it's the one like Yashema representing the Stingray Records, and I'm bigging up the Godfather, Wayne Irie. Breakthrough TV, #1 urban station. Bless.